Pro Group Management. Workers' comp that works for you.
This is 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review-Journal.
Good evening, I'm Jen Ah. Thanks for joining us on 7 at 7. We're starting off with some major breaking sports news sponsored by Station Casinos, STN Sports. Download the app and get a bonus of up to $500 when you sign up. The Raiders head coach under scrutiny tonight. The NFL is reportedly investigating Coach Jon Gruden for using a racial slur to describe the NFL player's union chief. Review Journal's Cassie Soto brings us this breaking news coverage.
Thanks, Jen. The Wall Street Journal released an article on Friday afternoon that says Raiders head coach Jon Gruden sent an email in July of 2011 that contained racially insensitive language directed at NFLPA chief DeMaurice Smith. At this time in 2011, the NFL and its union were locked in a labor dispute regarding a new collective bargaining agreement, and Gruden at the time was working as an analyst for ESPN. Raiders beat writer Vinny Bonsignore spoke to the head coach and has more.
First and foremost, he wanted to assure me and everybody else, I guess, that where he was coming from wasn't, from a racist position whatsoever. He doesn't really recall the emails that are in question. They were about 10 years ago, it looks like. But he did say, look, I always stress accountability. I preach it. I stand for it. So I'll be accountable for it. If those were my emails, then I take full responsibility for it.
For the Las Vegas Review-Journal, I'm Cassie Soto.
Now to some eventful weather sponsored by 1 Hour Air. No matter the season, no matter the reason, 1 Hour's here for you. Strong winds and rainfall lead to a series of car accidents. NV Energy also reports more than 2,000 customers were without power at one point. And the National Weather Service recorded gusts up to 56 miles per hour at around 4 a.m. near Nellis Air Force Base. As the valley dealt with those slick conditions, a Clark County Fire Department rescue unit needed some rescuing itself. The fire truck rolled over on the 215 Beltway near the I-15 on-ramp this morning. The truck was responding to a rollover crash at I-15 and the Beltway when it happened. 3 crew members suffered minor injuries. Thankfully, the winds and rain have died down. Tonight, the temps should drop down to the 60s in a few hours. And on to your weekend forecast, a mix of sunny and cloudy skies on Saturday with temps peaking at 76 degrees and dipping to 58. On Sunday, the clouds should subside with similar temps until a cool down on Tuesday with some winds blowing through. In other top stories, sponsored by Nevada Hand Silver Sky Assisted Living Community. Learn more at nevadahand.org. The Nevada Highway Patrol has released new information on the officers who fatally shot an unarmed man in East Las Vegas this past weekend.
Out of the car with your hands up.
You can hear troopers telling 41-year-old Adrian Zarate Cervantes to put his hands up in this body cam and dash cam footage. According to Highway Patrol troopers, Michael Abate and Mark Wilner shot him after he stepped out of a car and was seen reaching toward his pocket. Plus, a moderate Republican state senator who represented Reno has resigned in order to be on the Nevada Gaming Commission. Governor Steve Sisolak's office announced Ben Kiekefer will be joining the oversight panel for Nevada casinos. In addition, former district court judge Jennifer Tagliotti will be the first woman ever to chair the Gaming Commission. In entertainment, sponsored by DiscoverNevada.com, brought to you by Travel Nevada. After 27 years, Bobby Flay is reportedly leaving the Food Network. Variety magazine reports the network pulled out of talks to extend the celebrity chef's contract. Flay's newest Las Vegas restaurant, Amalfi, opened this summer at Caesars Palace. And Chris Angel has big plans for Sunday. The famous magician will perform a unique stunt at noon at Allegiant Stadium before the Raiders take on the Chicago Bears. The stunt will be a part of the NFL's Critical Catch Intercept Cancer Initiative, a cause personal to Angel's family as his son was diagnosed with leukemia in 2015.
Sports betting sponsored by Las Vegas Paiute Tribal Smoke and Cigar Shop. Tyson Fury is a minus 270 favorite at the Westgate Superbook in his heavyweight title trilogy with Deontay Wilder on Saturday at T-Mobile Arena. Wilder pays plus 230. The over-under for rounds is 7.5, with the over favored at minus 125. Fury is minus 120 to win by KO or DQ and plus 275 to win via decision. Wilder is plus 275 to win by KO or DQ and 18-1 to win by decision. A draw pays 25-1.
In Health, sponsored by 4M Dental. Love your smile again. 3 former NBA players appear virtually in federal court in Las Vegas on insurance fraud charges. Allen Anderson, Charles Watson Jr., and Antoine Wright are among the 18 ex-players facing charges for submitting fake insurance claims totaling $3.9 million. A judge ordered their cases to be transferred to Manhattan Federal Court. And the Raiders want fans to come early for alternate COVID screenings. The team urges fans to visit Allegiant Stadium to get their screenings Saturday from 9 to 5 to avoid long lines on Sunday. In Business, sponsored by Bank of Nevada, Bank on Accountability. The LVCVA unveils the next phase in its greatest arena on earth ad campaign. The new ad, called Sidelines, focuses on the Valley's pro sports teams, along with dining options and high-end clubs.
First ad was just a shot of Las Vegas Strip in the background with some pro sports action played out and animations. This one actually goes inside some of the main hubs here, Allegiant Stadium, UFC headquarters, kind of giving some inside looks at where some of these sports are taking place.
The new ad is set to hit the airwaves later this year. In your lifestyle news, the world's largest purchased antique is celebrating its 50th anniversary. Review Journal's Renee Summerhour has more on the London Bridge and its new home in Lake Havasu City, Arizona. Renee?
Jen, the London Bridge was purchased in 1968 and brought brick by brick 5,200 plus miles away to the southwest, where it now sits in Lake Havasu City. A serial entrepreneur partnered with the man who designed Disneyland to create perhaps the region's most unlikely tourist attraction. 50 years later, Lake Havasu City now draws nearly 1 million visitors annually. The blocks were transported by sea through the Panama Canal to the port of Long Beach, California, and then trucked to Arizona. It took a 40-man crew a year and a half to complete, and on October 10th, 1971, an extravagant dedication ceremony took place, and now this weekend, Lake Havasu City will commemorate the 50th anniversary of the London Bridge.
50 years ago, the world-famous London Bridge was relocated to its new Arizona home. It was taken brick by brick and replaced here in Lake Havasu City.
For more on the complete history of Lake Havasu City, Arizona, its founder, and the purchase of the London Bridge, log on to lvrj.com. Jen?
Thank you for watching 7 at 7. If you have a Roku device, just search Review Journal to download our channel. Watch Las Vegas breaking news streaming live on your OTT device. We'll see you back here for more 7 at 7 on Monday. Have a great weekend.
Review Journal Studio, sponsored by Adam Kuttner. Get the maximum settlement as quickly as possible. This 7 at 7 update, sponsored by Pro Group Management. You're watching 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review Journal.